exist there if you're a local business, and then optimize it. And then really, like I said, and I'm still not changing it, it'll be a year from now, it'll probably say get a review. So relentlessly get reviews every week. Can I get a review? If you need to give a review to then reciprocate and get a review, do so. But there is no better social proof or way to convert people than social proof and reviews from other people. So get reviews, go get your Google review link and text it to somebody or put it in your story. I put it in my story today. I don't care if I only get one or get none, and then I do it 3 times and get 1 out of that. That's still 1 more than I had before, and it compounds over time. So if you get 25, we're going long here, but if you get 25 reviews, you're probably in like the 50th, 60th percentile of Google business profiles for real estate agents. If you get to 50 reviews, now you're in like 60, 70. You get up to 100, you're in 80, 90th percentile, and nobody can catch up to you because they don't have the fortitude to do it for 3 years and get 1 a week. It seems like it's not doing anything, but all of a sudden you wake up in 3 years, have 60 reviews, and you have more than most other people.
Hey, what up, Masters? Welcome to another episode of Path to Mastery podcast. Today, we are with Derek Bicksler. What's going on, my man?
What's up? Happy to be here.
Thanks, man. Yeah, man. Happy to have you. I'm excited to talk about Google today and search and how to get found and Google local service, all that stuff, man. So thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I'm excited anytime I get to geek out about Google business profile stuff and just be on a podcast with great people like you. That's always a fun day. So thanks for having me on. I do appreciate it.
Thank you, my man. So a little bit about you. You were born in Central Pennsylvania. You have a passion for helping people have a better experience when buying and selling homes. It also gives you great satisfaction to help people relocate to your area. So obviously you are a real estate agent. You currently live in Carlisle and specialize in serving Carlisle and Bowling Springs, Pennsylvania. When you're not chasing your 3 awesome kids around, you spend time outdoors in the woods, mountain biking, rock climbing, hiking, camping, and you forgot about nerding out on Google local services. And so,
yeah, I'm waiting for my Google stickers that I got to put some Google stickers on my backdrop here.
There you go. Yeah, I need some Google stickers myself, man. And you've held many positions at your local association. You've done a lot, and SearchBomb is a Google business profile and digital marketing agency that offers creation, optimization, and ongoing of Google business profiles and other online digital marketing and social media assets. So the Google My Business, that is for everybody, right? That's for like all businesses should have a Google. Tell us what that is first off. Like what is Google My Business? Or it's formerly Google My
so
Business,
everybody right? Formerly Google My Business. Yes, thank you for that. Google Business Profile now, but all the SEOs out there know, like even the big head honchos of Google Business Profiles in their YouTube videos still title it Google My Business because that's what everybody types in. So I don't really care what you call it. But yes, we're talking about Google Business Profiles, which is essentially the yellow pages of today. If you're not on there, you're not listed where everybody is going to find the thing that you sell. So should everybody be there? No brainer. Yes. To what extent? That could be questionable, but yeah, it's basically the yellow pages of today. It's Google's list of businesses everywhere. You could liken it to maybe Yelp, or Bing also has Bing places, or Yahoo places, or any number of directories. But Google would be the number 1 largest directory on the planet. So it's a no-brainer, especially for local businesses. It's all about the local.
I heard something recently that it was like even though like Bing is like the second lot searched, it's like so far behind, it almost doesn't even make sense. I'm not sure the exact numbers, but it was like an extraordinarily like I don't remember the exact numbers, but like if you had like 1 billion people searching YouTube, it was like a couple 100 million used Bing or something like that. Like that was the discrepancy.
Yeah, it's a small fraction. I think I heard like a year ago a Microsoft conference or something. They claimed something like 30% of search volume, which I don't see that being the case. Although if you think about seniors like my parents who actually use AOL to search for videos instead of YouTube for some reason. So, which
AOL.
drives me nuts. And every time I'm there, I'm like, what are you doing? But they like it, whatever. But those people, they
AOL.
get the PC out of the box, and it's Internet Explorer by Microsoft out of the box, and the search is Bing out of the box, and they never change it. And I actually tutor Tech 2 seniors, so I say this a lot, but they're just using the default out of the box, which is not Google, it is Bing. So they do have some
Yeah, no, I get it.
people using it, but yeah, and I'm sure they hoped by integrating ChatGPT that would make Bing search better, but it really hasn't made a dent. Yeah, Google as far as the internet, if you see a pie chart of Google versus everything else, every social media, you could combine all the rest of the internet and it still doesn't even get even close to what Google gets as far as traffic and clicks, yada yada.
And so when it comes to like I don't know, I'm guessing, I mean, I have a profile on there. Like personally, I wouldn't tell you it's the greatest thing, but is it like how much, like we'll use me as an example, I guess. I'm a consultant, right? I'm a sales consultant. I work with business owners and sales managers and help them get their sales team into a higher production, right? Are they looking for me on Google? Like, is there any benefit to someone like me having that on there? You don't think
So
so?
it's more benefit for a local business because it's all
Got
based
it.
in
Okay.
proximity and it's a maps thing. So it's more for local businesses. Doesn't mean you shouldn't be on there. I would still be on there if somebody Googles, you want it to come up, you want to control whatever people see on there. Maybe throw a few reviews on there, but like even Google headquarters, their Google business profile isn't robust because that's not something people are looking
That makes
for on there.
sense.
But if you're looking for a local restaurant or a realtor or a plumber or any number of local services, that's where you got to be at for sure.
Super. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense now that you said that. That's smart. So what are some of the best practices then for local businesses now when it comes to them getting found?
So, like always, social proof is one of the best things to convince other people to reach out to you to use you. So, reviews, always reviews. The longer I do this, and you can see on my board, it says get a review today. That's been like 3 months. I used to change what it said there, but the longer I do this, that's what it's about. Because it takes me an hour, a couple hours, few hours to optimize a Google business profile for a real estate agent. I specialize in doing it for real estate agents and agencies. And at this point, with all my templates and doing it day in, day out, I can do that pretty quickly. But then from there on out, the ongoing practices are getting the freaking reviews relentlessly and never stopping getting them. That's how you rank. That's how you convert. You need a place to put your reviews anyway, so that's where you should put them. But number one would be relentless review getting if you didn't do anything else with your Google business profile. Other things, top ranking
So let's
factors
talk
would be
about the reviews then. So what are some of the when you say relentless review, like how many reviews should somebody have? Like I think I have like 4 or something. Again, I'm not necessarily local, but as a real estate agent, that's not true. I mean, my wife should probably have a good page set up. Maybe we need to talk to you. But like how many reviews should someone have?
So with a Google business profile, you have to have a minimum of 10 before Google will trust you to put you in front of anybody. You're still not going to rank high and you're still not going to convert because there's going to be other people that look better and have way more reviews. But 10 is the minimum for Google to kind of trust you to show you to anybody. If it's on the local services ads, which is easy way to explain local services ads is it's kind of a way to boost your Google business profile. That is not exactly it, but kind of that way. On there, you have to have a minimum of 5 just to be able to run ads. But again, nobody's going to pick you if you have that little. So 10 is the minimum just to show up to people organically. And then I always tell my clients 25 is that first benchmark that kind of subconsciously in people's head, once you're above 25, they kind of trust you. Do they trust you more than the person with 100? Maybe not, but 25 is that number where I think subconsciously people feel like that's enough consensus that this person is pretty good. I trust them. And then ongoing, if you're really
them? Google
the public,
trusts
the
them,
person
or
searching
the
for
public?
you,
Got
the
it,
public.
okay.
Well, both.
Mm.
Getting reviews
Okay.
is a direct ranking factor. So constantly and consistently getting reviews will move you up with Google. And it helps convert. Obviously, Google could put you in the number 1 spot, but if the number 2 spot has 57 reviews and you have 4, then nobody's going to pick you to call you anyway. So the reviews are both a direct ranking factor, dictates where you rank in Google when people search for realtor in, and it helps convert people. People with more reviews get more calls, obviously.
So you're saying that all I need to do is have the most reviews, and I can outrank everybody on this Google local services, or Google My Business, whatever the heck it's called.
Google Business Profile. Yeah.
Google Business Profile.
I mean,
sorry. Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far because I'm anal and want all the other stuff looking pretty and perfect and everything too. But as far as ranking factors, after setup, after initial optimization, it's reviews, and then also the least known, most impactful thing is actually whatever website is attached to your Google Business Profile. Google scans it, and if that is traditionally website local SEO optimized, that will raise your Google Business Profile ranking. And that's something that everybody kind of knows. Reviews, I get it. Get reviews, I rank better. Get reviews, I rank better. But if you optimize your website that is attached, that can really bring you up. That's almost the answer every time somebody says, I'm awesome with my Google Business Profile. I'm pretty good with reviews and everything. This other person sucks and they're always outranking me. They might have a really good website or an SEO optimized website.
So when you say talk about the website, it should be obviously a local website, a local business. And then how does somebody's website become an awesome website or a good website for what you're describing, like SEO and all that stuff?
Sure. So to keep it as simple as possible, I'm trying to rank for Carlisle Realtor. So I'm just going to repeat Carlisle Realtor. There's more to it than that, but I'm just saying Carlisle Realtor, Carlisle Real Estate Agent, Carlisle Real Estate, Carlisle, Pennsylvania Realtor, all these keyword terms. The keywords I'm trying to rank for when people type them in, I'm just reiterating them on my website. So in my main, this is something everybody could do with any website, even if it's out of the box from your broker or it's Wix or Squarespace or anything. Easy thing you can do is in your main tagline that every website has a place where you do your main tagline, your main title. That should say in there, Carlisle Realtor, Carlisle Realtor. You should be squeezing that in there. Same with the main header image on the homepage, the main top, the hero text thing at the top where the button is, that main image on your computer. You should be naming it. Well, hopefully, first of all, it's an original image that you took. Like if you went to my website, there's a picture of Carlisle that I took of the theater. And then I named that picture Carlisle Theater on High Street in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. And then I tag on the end, Carlisle Realtor, Carlisle, Pennsylvania Real Estate Agent. And you can location tag and have all this metadata.
Description of the picture you're talking about right now?
Just the name of the actual image. Yep.
And
there's other metadata in there. It knows where you took that picture and all that stuff, the time, the date, all that stuff. Wow. But just naming it that. And then the same with the logo. Whatever logo you uploaded, re-upload it. But before you do, name it Carlisle Real Estate Agent. It might just be named Derek Bicksler right now, but you can, all these things. Then the same with that hero text at the top. Don't put Derek Bicksler Realtor. They already know that. That's dumb. Put Boiling Springs Realtor, Carlisle, Pennsylvania Realtor. They kind of already know that too, but we're trying to rank for SEO. Same thing in the headings and in the text when you in your bio for yourself. it should squeeze in there: Carlisle Realtor, Carlisle, Pennsylvania Realtor, Carlisle, Pennsylvania real estate agent. So it's somewhat simple, and you can get way headier than this. And any heady SEO people out there are screaming into their screen, it's more than that and whatever. But these are simple things that just are keys to Google that, oh, this person does actually do what they're saying they do. Carlisle Realtor, it's everywhere. And then you could go deeper, but yeah, just kind of focusing on those keywords and talking about that thing more. And then that goes into blog posts and everything. And you just layer on talking about Carlisle and talking about the neighborhoods and all that stuff.
That makes sense. And then the more content out there, you're just going to rank higher, right? That's just nature of the game. I'll tell you what, I'll never, now that you shared that with me, and for people listening, like, you guys just got a friggin' nugget, right? I mean, how easy is that to just have whoever does your content for you, your VAs, just have them make sure that they just name the image, right? That's it. The description, the name of the image. Yeah, that's brilliant. And then you started to say something about it has to be an original image. Does that make it so you can't just copy and paste, like screenshot something from the internet? Or does that matter?
Yeah.
Does that make a difference?
So, well, there's copyright stuff. Obviously, you got to have rights to use photos, but even Canva or stuff that you have rights to, Google scans all that stuff. So both Google and consumers do not like stock photographs. So if it can be an original image, that's all the better. When Google scans the internet, even if there's a similar one, it's going to know that's not the exact one. That wasn't taken on this date, because it knows all the other stuff about it too.
Really?
And consumers also, in studies, they would prefer just to see pictures, even if they're not as good, perfect pictures of Johnny's Plumbing, not of Canva plumbing stock photography. So original content, Google wants to see it, and consumers also would rather see a representation of that business and see original content as well.
Thank you, man. This is really strong. Great information you're giving us. I don't know. Maybe maybe I'm the only one that doesn't know this stuff. I don't know, but to me, it's like, wow, this is good stuff. Talk to us about YouTube now. I mean, I know I'm going a little off with the YouTube, but how YouTube, obviously Google owns YouTube, right? So is that connected to this as well? Does that help with your search, with people finding you, etc.?
So Google does own YouTube. I think YouTube is still the second largest search engine. TikTok is up there and gaining popularity or whatever, but I think still on that pie chart of the internet in, I think 2022 was the last one I saw. Google, and then YouTube's still pretty far below Google as a whole, but still has more than pretty much anything else. So YouTube's pretty important. YouTube is also a search platform. People that are going on there have intent. That's what I like to focus on. That's why I like Google Business Profile and optimizing for terms like Carlisle Realtor or Realtor, because those are people that are looking for that thing to do the thing right then. They're not researching. They're not looking for videos about something. They're looking to do something. On YouTube, they are looking for videos to do something, but they are looking for something to watch with intent. So I like things where people are searching something out and they have intent to do something, rather than interrupting people's feeds, like on Facebook or Instagram, or kind of the traditional social media where you're interrupting someone with your real estate talk and trying to be clever or kitschy enough so that they will stand and listen to your stuff, but really nobody wants to. So I like to be where people are actively searching for the thing that I offer. So that's why I would like YouTube. I wouldn't say I'm the YouTube expert. However, Google does own YouTube, and your Google Business Profile will show up on your YouTube channel if they are named similarly. So if you went to one of the videos for my Derek Bicksler Realtor YouTube channel, you would probably see down in the, the description and all the other stuff, it would have my Google Business Profile, and you could click on it and it would take you to my Google Business Profile. And that's not because I linked it somehow. It's just because Google figured out that that's the same person. So it will link up. You do want to, if it is linking up, if you're a big YouTube person and your Google Business Profile is garbage, you might want to check that out and make sure it's looking good, because people will click over to that. And actually, that's a good point too. on your Google Business Profile, you can look in your performance tab and see the keywords for which Google served you up for people. So top keywords you would want would be realtor, Carlisle realtor, realtor near me. That's cold traffic looking for a realtor. If I go into a big like living in channel YouTubers account and looking at the keywords, it's all their name. It's all Levi Lassick. He's a big one, everybody. Levi, he's not one I've seen in the keyword section, but his probably says Levi, all variations of his name because people are vetting them before they call. So it means all the other marketing is working. They go to Google, they type in that name, and they're looking at them on Google. So if you have a big YouTube channel or you're doing any other marketing, mailers, community events, door knocking, cold calling, anything, generating people vetting you, your Google Business Profile should be the bomb because that's what people are going to see. And you can dictate what they see. That answer it. I'm not the YouTube expert, but that's my take on it.
Well, no, you did. I mean, it's so, I mean, if you use Levi as an example, people aren't going to, the only people that are going to find Levi as a real estate agent are people that are looking in his area, right? They're not going to, I mean, most people aren't going to go search David Hill or Levi. They're going to search homes in Millbury, Massachusetts, right? And then that's how they'll come up with the realtor. And then whoever has the best, as in a realtor case. I mean, this will work for a pizza shop, right? For a local plumber, an electrician. Am I right?
Yeah. Well, in the Levi, in that case, with like a living in realtor channel, the case there is the people that go onto YouTube, they search, they're trying to learn about moving to a place. They find a channel they like, Levi's. Now, before they reach out to Levi, they Google Levi, look at him online, then they choose to actually hit the call button or email him or whatever. So it's a vetting thing. Any other marketing you're doing, somebody's going to Google you. And if you see, that's a good thing to check your keyword section, because if you're seeing your name a bunch of times in your Google Business Profile keyword section, you better make sure it looks like the bomb because people are vetting you. Or even referrals. If somebody says, hey, you should call Derek to sell your house, at least half of the people are going to go type in Derek. I trust Nancy, but let's still Google Derek. And we all miss out on business we don't know about because you just never hear about it. They check you out and they're like, nah, not for me. So I think having all the vetting. What's up?
No, I was gonna say, yeah, they look and they say his page is a mess, or they see you doing a keg stand or something on your Google page or your YouTube page a few nights before, all the silliness. That makes a lot of sense. So that's why it's so important for real estate agents to get out there and I mean, I grew my business cold calling, right, and prospecting. But I wish somebody would have taught me this stuff 10 years ago. You know, when I was selling a lot more real estate. But anyway, listen, this is good stuff. So you want to go out there as the real estate agent, and the more content you put, and again, this doesn't just mean for real estate agents, this is for any business owner, right? Like you create content around the area, correct? And feature the area and feature like landmarks and this is, I remember Evan Carmichael was on years ago and he says, go interview the mayor of the town and interview like local business owners and pizza shops. Now you were kind of bringing me back to that conversation that I forgot about.
Yeah, that kind of stuff is great for YouTube. And then that would lead to the Google Business Profile. So keep all that stuff on the YouTube
channel. Find you, right?
Yeah. But then don't cross post that on the Google Business. This is a fallacy with the Google Business Profile. So once they're on your Google Business Profile, everything on there should be tailored around talking about your unique selling proposition, why you're awesome, social proof, how you do your services, what makes you different, why they should call you right damn now, and why you're better than the other Google Business Profile. Not trying to serve them up a video or send them to a YouTube channel or get subscribers or use it as a traffic source. It's the opposite. All that other stuff should be funneling into this very high intent, I'm ready to call somebody and do the damn thing, on the Google Business Profile. So the content you talked about, yes, for sure, on a YouTube channel or even Instagram, TikTok, all those places, that's the kind of content that generally is in or on a living in kind of channel thing. But please do not post it on your Google business profiles, because I mean, you can if you want. It's not the end of the world, but it's not really the place for it. I've got pretty specific things I like to be going on the Google business profile.
So what's a couple specifics? Give us a couple specific things, and then I'm going to open it up to a couple questions on Clubhouse.
Yeah. A couple things that help conversion once somebody's on your page, other than a million reviews, would be, I have cases of realtors telling me that the person called them because of their past sales on their Google business profile. We add past sales in the products section. So that's a conversion factor there, to have past sales on there, that I have multiple case studies of people being chosen because of that. And those people didn't have a lot. They had we put 5 on there, and then it's kind of up to the client to ongoing keep it up. But the next Google business profile had 0, nothing in there. So they looked better than that person. In the updates, which are the posts, quote unquote, it's kind of the closest thing to a social media post on your Google business profile. It's usually what people mean when they say posting to their Google business profile. Those updates, that's also where people would feel compelled to just copy and paste their social media posts from everywhere else. You can, if that's what you need to do, just to be active on there. But number one, in your updates, you do not have to do it every day. Once a week is enough. Even once a month isn't too bad. Google doesn't care all that much. It's more of a conversion thing. When somebody comes along to your updates, when's the last time they post? 3 years ago? Probably not a great business. 8 days ago? Okay. And then 15 days before that, and then 21 days before that. So 1 a week is usually what I tell people, but you don't have to post every day, and it doesn't have to be multiple times a day. And you can avoid video. We don't have to be clever. You don't have to do living in videos, no how-to videos, no listicles, no nothing. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Actually, my favorite update right now is just testimonial memes. There's a picture with 5-star, awesome, couple words pulled out of the testimonial. Then the actual body of the post is the full review, and then a call now button. If ever there is a call now button, sometimes they don't give you that option, but always a call now button. Again, with Google, it's high intent, people ready to make a decision and call somebody to do something right now. So everything should be path of least resistance to that. So always a call now button. If not a call now button, I put a Calendly link.
Good stuff.
So testimonial reviews is the short of it. And I've got a template if anybody wants it for that, or just check out my profile.
All right. I love it. Hey, what's before we jump to some questions, what is searchbomb.com?
Searchbomb is my digital marketing agency, where I specialize in Google business profile and local services ads and other digital marketing services for real estate agents and agencies and other local businesses too. But my niche is agents and agencies, since I am 17 years licensed and still doing it, but not really.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I love it. All right, good. All right, let's see. Do we have any questions from any of our friends on Clubhouse? We have a few people up here. If you guys have a question, just flash your mic. I will, or if you want to raise your hand, and I will bring you up, and we'll see. By the way, just an FYI, this is a podcast. This is a live podcast, so this is time for questions, not comments and a lot of commentary. It is a Q&A time. So does anybody have a question for Derek? And while you're thinking about the question, my YouTube link, speaking of YouTube, is right at the top. Make sure you click on that link and subscribe to my channel, which is where you will see this episode, this interview in a couple weeks. So make sure you subscribe. And if you're not looking at the link, it is David I. Hill. That's it. David I. Hill on YouTube. All right. And I hear some music playing in the background. All right. Any questions? Anybody?
I have a question.
Yeah. What's going on, man?
Hey, David. Hey, Derek. You know what? Is it Derek next to you that's speaking, or is it a different Derek? I'm just a little confused.
Yeah, it's Derek. It's Derek from Clubhouse. Yep. He's here. He's just speaking through my audio system, but he is live on a video with me right now. So what is your question for Derek?
Okay, good. I just wanted to put a face with the name because, yeah. So, hey, Derek, what is it when, because I know this is your expertise, but I don't know what it's called. I do know that there's one person. That's where I got the what it is, but I forgot what it's called. But it's the what you do, but it's more where you're like an authority on the businesses that you could recommend. I don't know what that's called.
Sounds like you're talking about being a local guide on Google, where you're giving reviews and sharing photos of other businesses on Google Maps. Is that what you're talking about? Sounds like that. It is it. And what's up? Good to see you here. I think that's what he was talking about. So Google local guiding, here's a myth. It's a good question, actually, because this will dispel a myth or bust a myth. So people think, or there is a myth out there, that giving reviews and posting on other people's Google business profiles and having a high local guide ranking, like I'm a Google local guide level 7, and you get points every time you contribute something or give a review or something. I pretty much just do it for fun because I like doing it, but it does not in any way affect or help your Google business profile. So people think that if you give reviews and you're using the same email address that owns the Google business profile, you will somehow get brownie points or something with your business profile. You will not. It does not in any way affect your Google business profile. So the local guiding is completely separate. That's you as a person, as a consumer. And then there's your Google business profile, which is separate. Having said that, there are ways to optimize your personal Google account so that if you are a person like me, who I just like local guiding for the sake of it, they gamify it. It's kind of fun. They send you stickers and pins and Google stuff and invite you to events that I never go to, but they gamify it. So you kind of like to do it. So if somebody does come along your review and they see your name, on mine, it says Derek, Dr. Google Bicksler. On yours, it could say Derek, Realtor Bicksler, because in your personal Google account, you can put a nickname in there that will show. Just like when you get an email from somebody sometimes with Google, it'll say their nickname or something. That's because they put a nickname in their personal Google profile. You can also make your phone number public. You can make, I think, your website, maybe multiple websites, public information, so that if somebody sees your local guiding stuff and happens to click on you, you are at least optimized telling people you're a realtor and your phone number, and they could contact you or something. So I have no cases and have never heard of anybody getting a piece of business that way. But if you were doing local guiding anyway, I would optimize your personal Google profile a little bit anyway. Why not?
You know what? Thank you so much, Derek, because I think that's exactly what that's called is local guides. And yeah, apparently this guy is like knocking it out of the park with that, but he's the only one that I've ever heard say that, and that's why I was like, I don't know what that's called, but I think that's exactly it. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, David.
Thank you, man. Appreciate the question. We have time for probably one more question, or possibly two, depending on the question. So, Mark, you came up first. Did you have a question?
I did. Actually, this is for Derek and everything, and I have definitely seen a lot of people that are in the secondary businesses and even in the real estate space. So I was just wondering if David had any thoughts around how they can be used, not just for the key industry, whether that is real estate or whatever, but maybe even like real estate photography or some of those kind of jobs, because I have definitely seen people that are not necessarily in the industry that you are in, but they're in the peripheral industries as well. So I just wondered if you had any cases in point where you might be helping some of those folks, because I do have some friends that are in that space, being real estate photographers or real estate voiceovers or a number of other kind of jobs that are in the secondary professions.
So for me, any local business, or you can answer too, with Google Business Profile, any local business, you want to have it, a Google Business Profile optimized. It's all based on proximity. So Google is serving up local results. If it knows you're looking for a local type of service, it's going to give you Google Maps results and other local results. So anything like real estate photography or plumbing or real estate staging or movers. Movers is a big one. A lot of Google Business Profile people specialize in movers. Garage doors, inspectors, anything local should be optimized on their Google Business Profile.
Yeah, great question, and it's really for any local business. I mean, that's what we were saying earlier. I don't care if you own a local pizza shop, right? Or if you own the car wash, you need to be out there. You need to figure out how to optimize when people are searching car wash in your area. You're going to come up, landscapers, everybody. So, yeah, great question. I think Derek. I think there's a lot of opportunity, Derek. You can go outside of just real estate agents and there's probably a lot of opportunity, my man.
The niches are in the riches, man.
I'm still a real
hang
estate
this out
agent
first.
I don't want, yeah, well, it could be if the niches have the money is really the point. So I promise you, I know I transitioned into other spaces and it's been a good opportunity. I'll just tell you. Anyway, that's another whole show topic. But listen, I appreciate you. I want to honor I don't want to say your name wrong, but I think it's Nalia came up. Did you have a question, Nalia?
I did. Thanks very much. It's Nuala.
I'm sorry. I knew I was going to get it wrong.
Yeah.
My bad.
I don't mind. I'm not precious, but it's a kind of long-winded question. But I've been asked a couple of times, why haven't you claimed your page, right? And I didn't know what that meant. Somebody said, oh, if you have to Google, I don't Google myself. So it said you have to Google yourself, and then when whatever comes up, it says, oh, claim this page as being you. So I did, and I went through all the sort of you have to hold a picture of you holding your passport, all that baloney. And so I got to claim the page. And so now when you Google me, this page comes up with all my stuff, and as I am Nuala Naughton. It's a bit kind of Spartacus-y. I'm Nuala Naughton. No, I'm Nuala Naughton. But so I've claimed the page. I'm quite happy with it, except there are a couple of other pictures of other Nuala Naughtons. And just wondering how I get rid of them, and also how else I can.
How do we get rid of the competition? I love it.
Well, I know, but the pictures that come up in my page that I've claimed, so it looks like they're me, and some of them aren't as good looking as me, to be perfectly honest.
All right, well that's definitely a problem. So what are your thoughts, Derek?
Well, yeah. So if you do not have a Google Business Profile, or if you don't think you do, you might, because sometimes consumers can create a business profile, and then you would have to claim it to then control it and do things to it, which sounds like what happened. You somehow a business profile got started for you, and then you want to claim it to get if there's other people's, once you claim it and have control of it, if there's pictures of other people on that business profile, if they're posted by consumers, you can't control that or delete them. You could try through Google, but good luck. If you're talking about just regular internet web results, when you Google your name, those images that come up, you can't get rid of other people's, but you could flood the internet with pictures of you to beat it. So kind of like on your website, make sure your pictures are named and meta tagged and alt text and all these things, so that Google knows that this is the most recent picture on the internet of this person. And when somebody Googles that name and the images, hopefully you can start to dictate that very top like image and all the main images. So it's more a case of you flooding the internet with stuff of you than getting rid of the other people. And the Google Business Profiles are all proximity based. So if somebody Googled and there was somebody with a Google Business Profile named the same as you, and it was closer to them, that Google Business Profile would be above yours.
All right. Well, that was a great question. Thank you for that. Yeah, because
thank you. So does that mean that
we have and I apologize, but we do have a hard stop. So but I do appreciate the question, and I'm going to jump back to Derek now. And Derek, kind of like your final thoughts. And by the way, if people want to get in touch with you, they want to do business with you, they're interested in hiring you, what's the best way to do that?
Searchbottom.com, schedule a discovery call. I'm all about bottom of funnel, high intent. So I don't want to opt you in. I will opt you in with a discovery call to my email list, but just reach out to me, message me or something, schedule a discovery call. We can chat, see if we can work together. If you're a real estate agent or agency, I can definitely help you and have different options for that. Parting thoughts. Get a review. I'm going to stick to it, man. Go ahead.
Thoughts. It's funny. I see your background. Are you a rock climber or are you a climber? Like it didn't even click what all that was until halfway through the interview. Is that what that is? Climbing gear?
Yes. Outdoor extreme sports enthusiast. I would say most of this is rock climbing stuff, but mountain biking would probably be my first love. I can't mount a mountain bike on this wall back here, but yeah, rock climbing, jumping out of planes, hang gliding, rafting, you name it. I'll go do it. I'm down for it. Right now on my bucket list is a ultralight, which is those little, like a fan on your back with a parachute. I'd like to get one of those. That would be fun. But yeah. Any of that stuff I'm down for.
Good stuff, man.
I was supposed to jump out of a plane with Derek and I chickened out. So that's still on the bucket list, is to jump out of a plane with Derek. But I chickened out, David.
Nice. Well, don't chicken out next time. That's all. So Derek, give us your final thoughts, my man. It was a great information here. I appreciate you. I'm so glad we did this. And so give us like the people, like, what would you say for everybody that listened to this? I know you started to talk about the review, so you can complete that, and anything else you want people listening to know.
So if you are a local business, for sure, go claim your Google business profile. If you are like, again, I didn't say you, and you had a tough time pronouncing her name, so I'm not even going to try it. I didn't even see it in print. Nula. If you're like her and didn't even know if you had one, go find out if you have one, claim it. If you don't have one, create one, because it's the yellow pages of today. So first, exist there if you're a local business, and then optimize it. And then really, like I said, and I'm still not changing it, it'll be a year from now, it'll probably say get a review. So relentlessly get reviews every week. Can I get a review? If you need to give a review to then reciprocate and get a review, do so. But there is no better social proof or way to convert people than social proof and reviews from other people. So get reviews, get reviews, get reviews.
So you're saying get reviews is going to be your biggest tip, is what you're saying?
I think so. That's actionable. It will help you rank better. I like giving people actual things to go do. Like right now, stop watching this, go get your Google review link and text it to somebody or put it in your story. I put it in my story today. I don't care if I only get one or get none, and then I do it 3 times and get 1 out of that. That's still 1 more than I had before, and it compounds over time. So if you get 25, we're going long here, but if you get 25 reviews, you're probably in like the 50th, 60th percentile of Google business profiles for real estate agents. If you get to 50 reviews, now you're in like 60, 70. You get up to 100, you're in 80, 90th percentile, and nobody can catch up to you because they don't have the fortitude to do it for 3 years and get 1 a week. It seems like it's not doing anything, but all of a sudden you wake up in 3 years, have 60 reviews, and you have more than most other people. So it really is just relentless consistency in asking people. So right now, do me a favor. Don't even schedule a discovery call. Go get a review for yourself.
Just tell them before they can even have a discovery call, they need to get 10 reviews, right? Let's do, that's the minimum. So that was one of my takeaways today. So, well, listen, man, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time today. It was awesome.
Thank you. Awesome being here.